Welcome back. First of all, I hope the lighting ain't too bad. But today we're going to be talking about if we think, or yeah, because I want this to be a conversation. If you think that Prince Andrew should not have walked Queen Elizabeth down to her seat at his father's memorial service, or as they labeled it, Thanksgiving, the service for giving thanks for his life and his accomplishments in the life that he led. On March 29th of 2022, since they were unable to uh, do a proper memorial service for him when he first passed in April of 2021, and they did what they call a COVID restricted service on April 17th of 2021 for him, which only 30 members of his family could be there. And they was not able to sing, or they were not able to do a lot of things that he wanted done at the service. So when the restrictions was lifted, going on the things that he requested to be performed at his service, Queen Elizabeth said, okay, it's time to give him a proper memorial where his charities can come, where his family that was not able to come. Because Prince Philip was not only a prince in the UK and Great Britain, but he also had a family in like Greece and other countries, and they were unable to come to the service. So Queen Elizabeth said, okay, we're going to do it March 29th, 2022. Everybody's going to be able to come and to give thanks for his life and his accomplishments. So she set about, even though she was 96 years old, or I'm not for sure if she's 96 or fixing to be 96. So don't get me lying there, but I believe she's 96 years old uh, at this time. She was the one who planned the service. She did everything. You know, she was like, no, this is my husband. I want to plan it. Things that meant something to them, like the flowers that was in her wedding bouquet that she carried the day she married him. She had into the service. There was different things that was she incorporated, which I think was fabulous. I loved it because it showed what he meant to her. You know, she said it in a speech at one time, and at that moment people laughed, and they understood what she meant, but they really didn't understand what she was saying. She said in one of her speeches, it's world famous now, that he was her strength and stay. He gave her strength when she didn't think she could go on. She knew that as long as he was there, he was her touch point. The world around her could go crazy, as the world does, as the world has been since the beginning of time. But as long as he was there, he did not have to be physically by her. But as long as he was there in her life, he was that touch point in her life that kept her calm, that kept her grounded, that kept her centered. Yes, she is a very religious woman. She is the head of the church. Okay. But being a religious woman, being a godly woman, okay, is different than knowing you have something. You have that touch point in your life that is going to keep you centered. It's going to keep you grounded. It's going to keep you to be what you know you are. Because it's easy in life, and especially in a position that she is in as ruler, as monarch of not only one country, but about 100, maybe a little bit more. She has so many things coming at her. And it's easy to lose what you are, what you know you are. But when you have that in your life, you don't lose your sense of self. Okay? And you say, well, how do you know that? Well, I watched my grandparents go through it. And through 60, 68, right at 69 years of marriage, yeah, they had their ups and downs, just like Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip. They had their ups and their downs. But you know what? As long as those two was in each other's life, they were their touch point. They never lost their sense of who they were, of what they stood for. But, and you say, well, how could that be? They've had it for so many years, they would know. It's easy. The day my grandfather passed was the day I sat and I watched my grandmother slowly lose that sense of self, that sense of strength, that sense of this is who I am, this is what I stand for, this is what I'm not going to put up with. And in a way, I see that with Queen Elizabeth. From the moment Prince Philip was announced on April 9th that he had passed away at Windsor Castle. I believe that's where he was living at the time. The first pictures or the first vision that was coming out of Queen Elizabeth at that time, if you sit back and you look at it, just take it in chronological order. Sorry, can't talk today. But if you take it in chronological order, you'll see what I'm saying. She was strong. She didn't need the walking stick. When she went out on um, what do you call them, engagements or charity events or whatever she would go out in public on for, not just for her charities or her business or stuff like that, but just to go walking, just to go riding, just to walk her dogs. She didn't need no help. She was like, get away from me. I walk my dogs. They're my babies. No, I'm not going to stop riding my horses. I love it. It is my passion. So I'm going to do it. And she did it. You never heard of her missing engagements, missing things that has been on her diary plans for years. There was things that she had only missed twice in life. From the time she took the crown to last year, well, this year here, Remembrance Day, or was it, I can't remember if it was Remembrance Day or the Cenotaph. I want to say the Cenotaph, the service at the Cenotaph. She had only missed it twice. That's when she was expecting Andrew and Edward. Other than that, she had never missed that service. And the whole time she served, she has served the crown. Okay? This year, she has not only missed the Cenotaph service, she's missed the Remembrance service. She has missed so many other things. And it's just sad because nobody understands. They say, oh, she's having medical issues. Yeah, she's having medical issues. But the issues are coming from a place of now not knowing what she is, where she is to go in life, how she is to move forward in life without the person that has been with her from the age of 21 until 95. And I'm sorry, people say, well, I'm being morbid. I'm being, well, how can you tell someone things? You don't live in their country. No, I don't. But you know what? You don't got to live in the same country. You don't got to be of the same, what do you call it? Even the same race, the same religion, the same anything. All you have to do is be human to really see. But you know what? Today, especially this day, I don't think Andrew, sorry, Prince Edward, but I don't think Andrew was wrong. I don't think he was wrong to look and say, okay, my mother needs me, not as the black sheep, not as the outcast of the family or none of that. But she needs me as her son. And not because I'm stepping into my father's role. No, he wasn't trying to. Because you can look at the video, and I'm going to play it. You can look at this video and see that I don't think he was trying to step into Prince Philip's role. I don't think he was trying to step in to Prince Charles's role. Because he can't. He can't. And the Queen was not walking the role of being the Queen at this day. Royal Commentary, Angela Levin, she said something, and it was very right on target. Queen Elizabeth walks two roles in life. She walks the role of monarch and ruler of Great Britain, their longest reigning monarch. This year was the mark. She was longest reigning ever. Okay? But then she also walks the role of wife, widow, mother, grandmother, great grandmother. Well, on this day, the queen role was set aside. She was walking the role of grandmother, of mother, of wife, and widow. She needed her son not to walk the walk of prince, of subject, of disgraced, of outcast, or anything else. She needed him to walk the walk of her son. To look and say, yes, regardless of what people will say about me, I am willing to take that to give my mother what she needs at this time. And you know, a lot of them, I've heard a lot of commentary people and reporters and everybody say about, well, he's guilty, he paid the money out. Maybe he was. Who knows? Were you there when that was happening between him and at that time the underage girl? I wasn't. I wasn't there. You weren't there. Only the two of them know if that happened. Okay? Maybe he did pay. Maybe he did. Maybe he did. But then again, maybe he looked and said, hey, it's easier for me to pay this amount of money and not bring any more disgrace on my family. Did anybody ever think about that? No. You say, well, oh, you're just taking up for Andrew because Andrew's your favorite. No. No. I'm trying to look at it from someone that's not in the royal family, someone that's not of the UK, Great Britain. I have respected Queen Elizabeth all my life. I have been entrenched in Queen Elizabeth. Andrew, really never knew he existed. Charles, I knew existed, but it was only through tabloids. And I'm sorry to say it was only because Camilla, it was the war of the world, the War of the Whales, as the world called it. You know, and I grew up watching it in the tabloids. And I always wondered how a mother could go and stay out of it. But you know what? I've come to understand she didn't. A mother learns to walk that role too. But if you notice on Andrew in this video, the clips that I'm going to show, I'm not going to show the whole video of the whole service because it ain't what I'm talking about today. When he walks her down, he don't acknowledge people. He don't. When he walks her in, he's like straight ahead. That's it. It's like, I got to get her there. Sorry, I got something in my eye. I got to get my mother to her seat. That way she can do her role. I can step back and be in my, I can stay in my lane. She can go on about what she needs. Okay? He did. To me, he did. When he was riding in the car, she was waving. He never did. He didn't acknowledge the cameras. He didn't acknowledge no one. You can say, well, he was just trying to act like he was too good to wave. I don't see it that way. It was trying not to take away from what the day was supposed to have been about. That's where I see it. Maybe other people might say, no, you're wrong, but that's the way I see it. And then at the end, when the Archbishop, I believe it's the Archbishop of Canterbury, is the one that does the service. But when he walks the Queen out, it's the two of them that goes out. It's Andrew and the Queen. And all Andrew's there is basically like another walking stick. Because he's like straight ahead, focused, that's it. When they're standing there, when it's time to talk to the representatives of Philip's charities and patronages and all that, he just stands back. He's back into the background, and he's like just straight ahead, focused on his mother. That's it. He don't even acknowledge the bishop. He don't acknowledge no one. When it's time to proceed out to the car, he proceeds her out to the car. Queen waves. He does not. I mean, to me, he did what his mother needed, was the support of her son. You say, well, why couldn't Charles, or why couldn't Edward, or Princess Anne, or William, or one of them do it? Stop and look at it. Each one of them had their spouse with them. Okay? Charles had his wife Camilla. Anne, she had her husband. Edward had his wife. William had Kate. The only one that was not there was Harry. And you know what? I gotta say, at least he gave her a little bit of reprieve that day. Because he's a sorry excuse for a son, for a grandson, for any of it. And you know what? He's even worse for listening to Meghan. But that's another story. That's another video. But this video is already getting too long. So, sorry about the lighting. I'm going to play the 2 clips that I was talking about. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and the notification bell. That way you'll get notified the next time I upload. Thanks, and have a great day.